open up this. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and go to this section that I wrote today, and I want to go to 798th long prime. Okay, and I explained what long primes are. Again, please go to internet and put in long prime, and then it has polyrepetant prime, which is called in the Wikipedia. You can read about it. Okay, it's complicated, but anyway, they have the tables for you. Okay, so 798th long prime is 18143. 18143 is also the 714th lonely Gaussian prime. And this is very interesting because now what's going to happen is that again, the story goes like this. The story is that from this 798, which is the frequency of Kas Haya and Sad in chapter 19, okay, we are going to go into those 7 initial chapters in the Quran that are all Hamim. We are going to finish them tonight, inshallah. 46 is the last one. 40 through 46, there are 7 of them. And look at this number that I just have here. It's 714. You can think of it as 7 initial chapters, Hamim chapters. 14 are a pair of letters, Hamim. So 7, 14. It tells you there are 7 and there are 7 pairs. Okay? This one actually factors out into 2 times 3 times 7 times 17. You can write this in any order you want to. Okay? As associative law, you can do 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 or whatever they're equal. So you can do this in any order you want to. But I just put in increasing order. Okay? So we would not have any argument. The indices of these prime factors are 1, 2, 4, 7. Okay? Now remember now, 1, 2, 4, 7. What does that remind you of? 2147. 2147, 113 times 19, that's the number of Hamims in all of those 7 Hamim initial chapters, 40 through 46. But look at it now. 1247 composite is 1482, which is the frequency of A.L.M, Ra in chapter 13. Okay, immediately. 1247 have 24 permutations. 1, 2, 4, 7 have 24 permutations. Well, the 7th one is 2147. Again, it tells you there are 7 of these guys. Can you imagine that? The 7th one is 2147. And 2147, which is 19 times 113, is the frequency of 7 Hamim surahs, 40 through 46. Okay. There are 7 prime numbers generated by the permutation operation, referring to 7 Hamim initial surahs again. Okay. So it tells a story. It tells you how this book has been composed. That is amazing. And it's absolutely amazing. This thing is sitting dormant there for 1,400 plus years, and then all of a sudden you see all of these beautiful things in there. Other books you have to throw them away because they're obsolete. They do not apply. Okay. This is amazing. This again another thing, another occasion that we have to be grateful to God. But look at this one. The 9th permutation is 2417, which is the 359th prime number. 359 prime is the 19th Emirp. The Emirp of 359 is 953, 953, 953rd composite is 1143, which is equal to 9 times 127. See, we started with the 9th permutation. We ended up with chapter 9 having 127 verses. Right. So remember that the 7th frequency of Adam and Jesus actually mentioned in 359. Remember the prophets and the witnesses are going to come? There they are. $42.71 and again another permutation of this is part of the 114 twin primes, and verse 42.1 Hamim is the 42.71st verse in the Quran. The 90th permutation is 7124. And 7124 is the 2698th verse in the uninitial surahs. So he called that 2698 the frequency of the word God in the Quran. It says, look, I'm the author. That's what God is telling us. I did this. Okay. So again, you explain this to anybody, and they're going to understand it because it's beyond the fact that you are just speaking, with one another in a given language. This is a universal language. And this is designed because they're numbers. They're easy to grasp. They're small numbers, too. They're not large numbers. They're small numbers. So you can actually see it. It's tangible. You can see it. You can reproduce it anytime you want to. Okay. 7124 happens to be the 1824th verse revealed in the uninitial surahs. 1824 is 96:19, 96 times 19, and Surah 96 has 19 verses. Remember, 96 was the first surah that was revealed. Okay. And, this absolutely boggles the mind. And my point is that again, we have to ask these questions. Okay? We owe it to ourselves. Forget about everybody else. It doesn't matter. We owe it to ourselves that what is going on here? Why should it be like this? Why is the tilt of the axis of the earth is this way at the farthest place, towards the sun? Why in the summer, the earth is farthest from the sun? Okay. We were yesterday and today also a little bit less today. Okay. But anyway, yesterday it was 94,506,000 miles from the sun. Okay. And during the winter time, we are going to be 91 million. So there's a difference of about 3.5 million miles between the two, the aphelion and perihelion. Okay. You have to ask these questions. Why is it like this? Okay. You can see it with yourself. You can just look at it. You can look at the globe and see, oh my God, yeah, most of the land masses are in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere really doesn't have that much. It's mostly oceans. Okay. A lot of sunlight are reflected from the surface of the ocean. They're not absorbed. Okay. So the thing is that, as I said, these are simple experiments we can do and ask these questions. And that's the time that we have to be grateful to God. When we see the 798 long prime, which is 18,143, we should be grateful to God. When he tells us 714, what does 714 tell us? 7 initial chapters, 14 Hamims, which is 14 letters, okay? Hamim. And they're pairs. They paired up, 7 of them. So it makes it 14. That's what he says. Okay? And look what happens. Immediately generates 1, 2, 4, 7. Immediately generates the number of Alif, Lam, Mim, Ra in chapter 13. Okay? This is how God has provided this for us. Okay? This is the beauty of it. And we have to cherish it, and we have to be grateful to the source of all of these blessings that we have. That we have a different point of view of the entire thing. It's a point of view that we are praising God all the time. We don't care about other people, what they are saying. Okay? Doesn't matter. Okay? We are in the path that God had put us on. He said, look, this is what you have to do. And then, we have to work hard at this, okay? that we would not, deviate from this path, and ask God to help us and make sure that we obey His commandments, abide by His instructions that are only good for us, okay, and gets us closer to Him. I'm going to stop here and we'll finish our drama. Allah Kabir.